my dolly dearies, and welcome to another video. Now today, we are in the Valentine's Day mood, even if it was a bit earlier this week and I actually forgot to get my video up and we're a week late, but you know, we're going to ignore that. We are in the super cute, pinksy, heartfelt mood, and I'm going to try and create a doll who resembles all of that romance, beauty, glitter, and everything sweet. I'm always excited for Valentine's Day, even if I am chronically alone, because it means that there's discounted chocolate, and also pink. Need I say more? So, without any further ado, let's get on with the video. For this doll, we'll be using a Lunar Mothews as a base. I have had this idea for a galactic pop star in my mind for a while now, and I just thought making a super cute pink Valentine's Day themed one would be even cuter. Now, I had a couple sketches. If I can find them, I will pop them up on screen. If not, I did not find them. But we are going to begin by removing all of our face paint with acetone swabs. I use a sweeping motion rather than a smearing motion to make sure that it is all removed properly. And we can now remove her head from her body. I do that with boiling water. Next, we can take our needle nose pliers to scrape all of the hair from the inside of the head. Next, we can pull it out. This bit is always quite gory and gives me a bit of a hand cramp. It's always so sticky and disgusting as well. Ugh. But with her head completely emptied, we can chuck all of these disgusting chunks into the bin. And then we can paint on a quick base for her hair. Since it's Valentine's Day, it will of course be pink, so I paint her head to match. Now we can begin on her face up. I of course have to go in and do the blush super duper heavy for this doll. Usually I prefer to do the blushing layer a bit later, but I thought it has to be quite vivid on this doll. I begin by blushing her cheeks with pink, lips with red this time, and eyes with an orangey yellow. I go back and forth adding more and more pigments so that I can get a nice build up. I also add some orange to her ears. When I feel that I've applied too much or in the wrong place, I can also use my kneaded eraser to pull it away. I also use animal erasers for this because I find that they're much better at getting into some small spots. But with the blush layer done, we can move into using pencils. I take a really nice vivid red and start sketching in her lips. Make sure to keep those pencils sharp while doing your face up. I then take a super duper sharp dark red and start sketching in her lip crease. I go back and forth with more reds, adding lots of lines in depth to make them look as realistic as possible. I then also go in with a dark red to start sketching out the base of her eyes, following the Lunar Mothews mold. Now, Luna does have quite big eyes, and she ended up turning a bit more bug-eyed than I initially thought, but, you know, big, cute cat eyes like you see in the new Puss in Boots film, go and watch it if you haven't already, are pretty adorable, so I guess it kind of works for Valentine's Day. I then go in and start sketching her some teeny tiny little hearts for eyebrows, which I just thought were adorable. I can also then go in with orange for her eye crease. Now I go in with white, blocking in the whites of her eyes and any base highlights. Since this is the first or second layer, we're not going to be getting too much on, but it's more about blocking out the basic shapes and colours and values. I do of course go in with some black pencil for some eyeliner, because what is a Sky the Golden Doll without heaps of eyeliner? And I try brightening everything up a bit with a white pencil. I then start going in with some darker reds to add a bit more depth and detail to her eyes. Then I go back in with white to add more highlights to her. I also give her a teeny bit of a wing on her eyeliner. With another layer sealed in, I can go back in and start adding more depth to the values and adding more detail into her eyes so that it is much clearer. I also go in with some gouache paints to really brighten everything up. I also use my super fine paintbrush to pick up pigment straight off the pencils and apply it into her eyes. I start dabbing in lots and lots of teeny tiny little highlights and stars and hearts and all of the good cute stuff. I then take a tiny bit of white gouache paint to do the main highlight in her eyes. She's just adorable, isn't she? I absolutely love the Valentine's Day aesthetic. I then take some high gloss varnish to make her eyes and lips super duper shiny. With her all gloss, it is about time we do reunite her head with the body. But first, I had a crazy idea. Fluttery eyelashes, and oh my gosh, I love her! I also took a bent pin and made it into a tiny little microphone. I have to find more use for my lashes because I've got an entire tray filled with a bunch of them that I got for 90p, which I intended to use for dolls, but have barely used in all of my years of doll customs. Oopsie daisies. But with her head reunited with the body, we can get onto her hair. I've got these miscellaneous curly wefts that I got from a doll lot, which I think would be absolutely perfect for her. Now, I didn't exactly want to reroute these because separating the curly hair was a pain, so I kind of glued it onto her head. And I made these adorable heart pigtails, and I'm here to show you how. To begin, I cut a gigantic hole in her head, and then I take my rerouting tool and start stabbing all of the hair into it. You kind of end up with a thing like that, and then you can take a bit of extra hair into a braid, and you can use some PVA glue to make it into a heart and jab it into the hole of the ponytail. Adorable, right? Now onto her wings, and boy did I have plans for these. To begin, I paint all of the black bits white. I did try to remove them with nail polish, but it wasn't working, and I was going to paint over them anyway, so it wasn't too much of an issue. After painting everything white, they already look much better and much more Valentine's Day, don't they? But they still need something a bit more, and that something is glitter. And oh my lord, I love them! Ah! Just glitter makes everything better, and just look at these wings. They look so amazing! I can't get over them. It's kind of a shame that her hair blocks them, but they're so pretty. I kind of wish I gave her a different hairstyle. I then made her a bodysuit using a modified bodysuit pattern from Enchantarium. And then I can start on her skirt. I've got all of these organza ribbons and sections, which I think would be absolutely amazing as a skirt. So I cut the pieces and hem them all with a flame to kind of melt it, since I didn't have my soldering iron to hand and I was too lazy to go and get it. But it looks amazing, doesn't it? Parts of it got a bit burnt and a bit shortened, but you know, 'tis what it is. I then also made her some heart pom-poms to go around her dress. But of course, it still needs something a bit more. And that more is glitter, which I glue and sprinkle around the hem of her dress. Isn't it pretty? Then I use another thing from Enchantarium, their shoe base, and I've got these cute shoes. I also make her some quick sunglasses out of some foil and she's done! Oh my gosh, I just love her, don't you? I've decided to call her SUKI, which is a Japanese name meaning beloved, which I absolutely adore her, and look at her with all that pink and all that cuteness and all the hearts. How could you not love her? She was such a joy to make and definitely is moving to the top of my ever-expanding list of stickers to make for my Redbubble. Go check it out, thank you. But as always guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please add a like if you did, please subscribe, share it with a friend, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye!